Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My channel is all about balcony gardening with succulents and cacti and houseplants in an apartment setting. So if that's something that really interests you and you want to learn more about, please make sure you hit that subscribe button down below before you leave and give this video a like too while you're there. Okay? Today I have a haul for you. I recently took a trip to Home Depot. If you haven't seen that video, that shop with me video, I'll make sure and link it down below. I did pick up some things there, but I also have a few other things that I want to share with you from the plant stand of Arizona, my favorite place to go to. So stay tuned and we'll get to it. Okay, so I have some things from Home Depot to share with you. And it's actually from a couple of different trips. Let me start off by doing a correction first, because not too long ago, and I'll link it down below, I did a video about my finding 4 wish list plants. And one of them I misidentified, and I want to make that correction today. A while back, I thought I had found a Euphorbia zigzag, and this is a Euphorbia lactea, and I had it incorrect. So I want to make sure that I clarify that today, that this is a Euphorbia lactea. And you'll see in a minute when I have the correct zigzag why I made that mistake. But thank you so much to a subscriber that helped me identify this. But this one, I'm really happy I got this, because I do have the variegated one, the dragon bones. I did not have this one. And it's giving off new growth there on top, as you can see. So it's doing great. And you know, I'm happy I got it. I'm not upset, but I did want to make that correction. Now, recently when I was at Home Depot, I did find the correct Euphorbia zigzag pseudocactus. So, okay. I have since repotted it, so that's why it's in a terracotta pot. But this is the Euphorbia pseudocactus zigzag. You can see that main stalk there is already branching out. It has a bunch of little babies down at the bottom. I did repot it into some succulent soil, and it's doing great out on the balcony. It's been about, I want to say a couple weeks since I repotted it. A lot of the stalks have the very lighter green on the tip. That means new growth. Right there, you see that? That means new growth. That is typically how euphorbias will show their new growth to you, where the tip is a lighter color. Many times there will be very small leaves on them. That is how you can tell that it is giving off new growth. So I do have my wish list plant now, but I did want to make that correction with you, friends, that this is the zigzag and the other one was Euphorbia lactea, which I'm super happy that they're both in my collection now. So, but I wanted to keep it transparent with you guys, okay? So my more recent trip to Home Depot, I picked up a couple of things. You probably saw in the video they didn't have a huge selection of houseplants. I was kind of disappointed that they didn't have a huge selection of houseplants, but they did have a good variety of cacti and succulents outside. And actually I got so many comments on the video that your particular Home Depot didn't have that much of a selection as far as cacti and succulents, which I'm assuming because I'm in Arizona, that's probably why. But this one here, and let me get my glasses on so I can read the name correctly, I know it's a cotyledon, and it's a cotyledon burgundy ice. Okay, and it was $6.98. Okay, for this, I guess this is gallon size. And I really love this. I don't have any cotyledons in my collection. I've always found them to be a little bit more tender than hardy type of a succulent. But I really loved 2 things on this particular succulent. One, the coloration that it has the stress color that it has from the sun, that purple there. And 2, it's about to bloom. There was one that was already blooming there, and it had these beautiful orange trumpet-shaped blossoms on it. This one is about to bloom, so I wanted to get one that was about to bloom, not at the end of blooming. And I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it just a little bit of morning sun and the rest of the day shade, because the last times that I've had cotyledons, they've been sun damaged, scarred. So I don't want to do that again. I'm going to try again with this particular variety, okay? And it was pretty wet when I got it. It's been out of my balcony and it seems to be drying out already. I am going to repot this here soon. I already have a terracotta pot that I'm going to put it in with some succulent mix, and I think that it will like it much more. But I really, like I said, just love the color on this. Burgundy ice, cotyledon burgundy ice, and I cannot wait till that blossoms. Isn't that beautiful? So cotyledons aren't as popular, I think, amongst the succulents, and I think they're just, people think they're maybe more of a hardy succulent, maybe like sempervivums, but I think they're a little bit more on the tender side, like an echeveria, I believe. Okay, now another one. Hi friends, future editing Carmen here. I know that I'm going to be calling this plant a ruby cascade. It's not a ruby cascade. I saw the video. I know it's not a ruby cascade. This right here is a ruby necklace, okay? So don't listen to when I call it a ruby cascade. Okay, listen to the rest of the stuff, but not when I call it a ruby cascade, okay? Sorry about that. You can go back to the video now, okay? Bye. One that I found that's been somewhat popular, I know a lot of people have been getting these, is the Ruby Cascade. And they only had 3 of these, and only 2 looked halfway decent. And when the young man that was checking me out saw it, he's like, well, I'll give you, 50% off. So I got it for $5. And I'm glad I did, because this is the edited version of this plant. I have already taken out a bunch there in the center and trimmed it up, taken off a lot of the dead stems that were on it. And I am propagating them. So I have them here, and I'm not sure if you can see there. I'll make sure and get some closer shots of this, but I've had these trails here probably about 5 days, not even a week, and they're already giving off roots. I have not had a ruby cascade before, and I've never propagated one, so I wasn't sure how it was going to react, but I'm happy to see that it is taking to water propagation really well. I mean, it's already giving off roots. Once these are have enough roots that I can transplant them back, I will put them back with the mother plant, and I will also put them in some better soil. I'll do that all at the same time. I don't want to transplant that one and then put these in there. I'd rather do it all at the same time. Now, these are a little bit like, see that little leaf that fell off there? These are a little bit like the burrow's tail, that they're kind of tender in the sense that the leaves fall off. See the little tips there? They're nice and, let's see, they're nice and burgundy there. See that? Now, I've just been throwing them back in here. I'm assuming that they work the same way as the burrow's tail, where you just kind of throw it back in there and it propagates back in the same pot as, starts growing from there. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll see how they do in the propagation and growth of these. I do have this Ruby Cascade hanging in my east-facing bedroom window. I've kind of put up a new bar up there, a curtain rod to hang some of my plants up there because I've gotten some more hanging plants, so I had to come up with another way of hanging them, and I put a curtain rod up there. It's not a complete finished setup yet because I do have a table that I'm going to put underneath and put some tabletop plants underneath there, but that will be coming later on, so I'm not going to debut that just yet. Later on, when I'm ready to debut the whole thing, I'll show you what I have there. Okay, now I do have that now with 2 plants that I want to show you from the plant stand. If you have not seen my recent video from the plant stand that I did with them, I will link it down below. I've gotten some really good feedback on it. It was really an honor for me to go down there and share my love and my knowledge of plants with them and do a video for them. And I think you may be seeing some more videos in my future with them, so stay tuned for that, but I'll have more on that later on. So while I was there, I picked up a few things, of course, and I picked up, I knew that they had some Hoya pubic calyx. So I picked up this Hoya pubic calyx, and look at the trendle on there. That's just intertwining with itself. I have it in a hanging macrame that I'm going to have these tendrils grow up the macrame, because this variety of Hoya, the pubic calyx, has a tendency to vine up as opposed to, let's say, you know, the Hindu roper Hoya compacta, where it hangs. Now I have it in that east facing window, and I'm looking right now that I may have it a little too close. I'm going to have to adjust because I think I may have a little bit of sun damage right there. So I'm going to adjust that when I put it back. But it's a really good plant. It's in very good shape, and they had these there for I think it was $29.95. And they were going fast. They had a Hoya australis, and I was too late for that one. They were all gone. So, but I was happy to get the pubic calyx, okay, to add to my Hoya collection. The next one that I got is a Philodendron Prince of Orange. Look at this baby. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at this leaf that it's getting there, starting to unfurl. And this is a 6-inch pot, and I believe it was $12.95. They had a 4-inch for $7.95 and the 6-inch for $12.95, which I thought was a really good deal. So these here are just gorgeous. Look at the color of the leaves when they come out. Isn't that beautiful? And then they start turning like a green afterwards. And I'm just so happy I got this. And this one even has a couple of aerial roots. There's one there and one on the other side. I have not repotted it yet. I'm not sure which pot I'm going to put it in. And I was waiting for it to dry out because I had watered it when I brought it home. So it's starting to dry out now. So I'm going to be repotting it soon, which I'm thinking I'm probably going to have, excuse me, a potting video coming up for you too. But this Philodendron Prince of Orange, I'm so happy to add this to my collection. I find that the plants like this, philodendrons like this, Prince of Orange, the emerald red that I got there not too long ago, the more bushier kind, I find that they're easier for me to take care of. I don't know, maybe that's just my imagination, but let me know in the comments down below, friends, if you find that the bushier kind of philodendron is easier for you to take care of as opposed to, you know, maybe the vining or some of the other philodendrons. Maybe it's just me, but I find that these don't need as much humidity. They can survive on a little bit more of a average household humidity. I don't even have this one near the humidifier, the other one either. And they're both doing fantastic, giving off new leaves, doing fantastic. No crispiness to their leaves at all, nothing like that. I didn't pick up, and I saw that they had it there, the Moonlight, the Philodendron Moonlight, the neon colored, chartreuse colored one, and I'm regretting I didn't pick it up, but I'm sure that I will, you know, go back and pick it up eventually. So I think that's the next one that I want to add to that type of philodendron, because at least for me, they seem easier to take care of. Okay. Not a huge haul today, friends, but some things that I definitely wanted to share with you. New things that I have not had before, and trying them out and see how they do. Some corrections, but it's all good. We're all learning together, and I'm so thankful to my subscribers, to my planty friends that help me out in identifying the plants that I do have, and when I misidentifying them, letting me know which ones I actually do have, and I appreciate that from you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video today, friends, make sure that you give it a like, and make sure that you subscribe before you leave, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. And I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.